CBS presents this program in color.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show. We have, we believe, a real fine program for you tonight. Isn't that right, Tommy? I think it's a great... I said, isn't that right, Tommy? It's a fine program we have for the people.
Yeah, it's a fine program. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. My mind was elsewhere.
Tommy, that's nothing new. Your mind's always elsewhere, but you've got to pay attention a little bit. Now, when we start the show, pay attention.
Well, see what I was doing? I was just thinking about an opera. See, I'm writing an opera, and I was just thinking about it. I'm sorry. Sometimes my mind gets carried away when I'm thinking about
You're
this.
writing an opera? I didn't know.
Well, see, actually, it's not an opera per se. An opera, it's a soap opera. See, I just started on it.
A soap opera.
Yeah, it's very exciting, and to write a soap opera like this. Do you want to hear how part of it starts?
I guess so. Go ahead.
This is the start of this
Okay.
opera. It goes soap, 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 soap.
Hey, wait
soap,
a minute.
soap.
Wait a minute. What is that?
Just the first 8 bars.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. With guest stars Elaine May, Esther Ofarim, the Blues Magoos, Nelson Riddle and his orchestra, and the Jimmy Joy Singers. Brought to you by
New True Filter Cigarettes, with or without menthol.
You've probably heard that today, True Filter cigarettes are America's best tasting, fastest growing reduced tar and nicotine cigarette. But you're a menthol smoker, so you ask a question. How about me? Can you make a True for menthol smokers? You've got it. True Green. New True Green. Same everything as famous True Blue, plus a lively menthol taste. Same plastic mouthpiece that acts like a built-in cigarette holder. Same air filtration system. Same low tar and nicotine level. Same everything, plus True Green has a lively menthol taste. If you smoke a menthol cigarette, shouldn't your brand be True? New True Menthol Green.
From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
One, two, three, four, hit it.
Boil that cabbage down, boys. Turn that whole cake round. The only song we sing. Boil that cabbage down, boys. Turn that whole cake round. Only song I ever did sing is boil that cabbage down. Boil that cabbage down, boys, turn that old cake round. The only song I ever did sing, boil that cabbage down. Take it, Tom.
No. I didn't feel like taking it.
You didn't hear me right. I said, take it, Tom.
Heard you clear as a bell. You said take it. Sometimes if a fella doesn't feel like taking it, he just stands right up as American. He says
Agreed,
no.
agreed. Agreed. A fella doesn't have to take it. You're not a fella. You're a folk singer, Tommy. You took on responsibilities. You have to take it. You've read the folk singer's guidebook.
Yeah, but I don't...
You read the book, right?
I just didn't...
Did you read the book?
Yes, I read the book.
Okay, then you read the folk singer's credo.
Well, see, I just
The
didn't...
credo, Tommy, says... The credo says all folk singers are obligated to do what?
I didn't feel...
Tell everybody, look at them, and say what you are obligated to do. All folk singers are obligated
You're to take it. If you feel like it.
No. If you feel like it. It says all folk singers are obligated to take it without hesitation, without thinking, which should come easy. They're to take it like a reflex. Take it, Tom. Boom, boom, boom.
Yo,
So when I say take it, you hop to it. Boil that cabbage down. Take it, Tom.
Boom, boom, boom. Hundreds of years ago, the railroad started in America. Rugged men of yesteryear went out in the vast wilderness of early America to build the transcontinental railroads, a virtual vast spiderweb of steel rails spinning across the width and breadth of a giant young country. These powerful men of yesteryear had vision in their eyes, big 9-pound hammers clasped in their hands. And they went out in the wilderness slowly and tortuously, inching their way across the vast bosom of America. Thought I'd throw a little sex in the show. But this wasn't just a fun job. There's dangers in this job. As these railmen, there was dangers lurking around every bend as they built the railroad slowly across America, across the mountains, over hills, over hills and over dales, and across raging deserts and over raging rivers and blazing deserts. And they had to build railroads across crevices. There's deep crevices in the ground. They had to span these crevices with these big railroad pretzels, and oftentimes in the bottom, these big railroad pretzels. And on the bottom of these crevices, a lot of time in the bottom of these crevices, there was pumas. Vicious, snarling pumas were in the bottom of these crevices with claws and foam coming out of their mouths, and these pumas are snarling up at these railmen. The railmen, they're just wop, 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 wop. They come up to a crevice and say, look like we'll have to build a pretzel across this crevice. And then they look down the bottom of the crevice and say, whoa, look at the pumas down the crevice. I don't want to build a puma across a crevice with
wait a minute.
With pumas in the bottom.
There's no pumas.
There's pumas in
No.
There was,
now listen to me, Tommy.
Yeah.
There was not one puma.
There was 3 pumas. Mama puma, Papa puma, and baby puma.
Who's been sleeping in my crevices?
All right. There are no pumas in this country. You see?
What?
You see no pumas in this country. That means there could be none in the crevices. No pumas in America.
Oh. We accept everybody in America.
Tommy, if you want to keep your story historically correct, I suggest you get rid of those pumas right now.
I'm not going down that crowd. Well, there was these vicious beasts in these crevices.
That's right.
Snarling, vicious beasts were in these crevices, and these railmen, they'd come up to a crevice, they'd say, wow, look at those vicious beasts in the crevices. She looked like pumas, but they weren't pumas. And these railroadmen were sore afraid. Yes, Americans, the transcontinental railroads were completed. Took a Herculean effort on the part of these men of yesteryear. Yet the railroads were completed and a big feast transpired. And the sole subsistence for this big feast, for these hardy, ravenous railroad men, the sole subsistence was hotcakes boiled in cabbage juice. They take this cauldron, big pot or cauldron of cabbage, boiling cabbage juice, and then they just, a lot of these railroad workers, they finished up the rail, they'd come by and go, whoop, there goes a hot cake and a cabbage juice.
They put hotcakes in the cabbage.
And then they'd haul these hotcakes in this cabbage juice, and they'd boil it, they'd boil these hotcakes in the cabbage juice, I'd say, for about an hour.
Don't they get awful soggy?
Yeah, they get the hotcakes all soggy.
They disintegrate.
And they go all mushy in the cabbage juice. Then some of the big guys, the biggest guys, they'd take this cauldron, this big pot of cabbage juice, and they'd pour it, or they'd strain it and pour it out through a T-shirt. Strain it through a T-shirt. Then they'd eat the T-shirt. It's pretty weird.
Yeah. hot cakes and cabbage juice. The men all thought it swell.
But every time I eat this stuff, it make me feel like,
Boil that cabbage down, boys, turn that old cake round. The only song I ever did sing, boil that cabbage down.
Working on the railroad, working all day long.
take it. Well.
Tommy, I thought
You ever
were
read the Folk Singer's Guidebook?
Yes, I read the guidebook.
When someone says take it, you're obligated to take it.
I know that, but
Well,
I-
you didn't take it. It's not only disgusting, it makes me disappointed in
You're
you.
right,
You're
I should've-
obligated to take
I
it.
certainly am.
Everybody saw me say take it, and you
Right,
didn't take it.
And I just was not alert. I wasn't on my toes. Folk
You-
singers should always be alert.
You're-
I assumed you were going to take it, but you should never assume anything. You should be alert, and I wasn't, Tommy. My mind was wandering, and I'm totally in error. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm gonna let it go this time.
Working on the railroad, working all day long. Take it.
Working.
Boil that cabbage down, boys. Don't keep round. The only song I ever did sing. Boil that cabbage down, boys. Turn that old cake round. Only song I ever did sing. Boil that cabbage down. Boil down.
To whip up the dreamiest hair color, start with the creamiest one, New Dawn with Color Cream. Most others are thin, but New Dawn has a thick, rich lotion. Now, take 1 part lotion, add color, shake, and then pour. You'll shampoo in the dreamiest, creamiest hair color you've ever felt. Cream in new lushness as you color, and see new loveliness. It's yours with Color Cream, only with New Dawn hair color.
Sure, I saw it on TV, but I still don't believe it.
So Judy Brown used her own hair to test the miraculous holding power of Mirol, VO5's great hairspray breakthrough. This curl sprayed with new VO5 with Mirol, this one with another leading spray. Now dunk. Soon the other curls straight, but the VO5 curl holds even underwater.
And it isn't stiff or sticky.
Try new VO5 with Mirol.
In keeping with our policy of bringing you the best in the pop groups around today, we have a very exciting group called the Blues Magoos. And I'd like you to meet each Magoo. First, we have Peppy Magoo. And next, we have Mike Magoo. Next is Jeff Magoo. And then there's Ralph Magoo. And last but not least, we have Ronnie Magoo. Wait a minute, there's Tom Magoo? Hey. Hey, Tommy. Hey, what are you doing in there?
Well, I like their group so much that I thought I'd like to perform with them.
Well, did you ever stop to ask, Tommy, did you ever stop to think they might not like you to work with them? They might not like you at all?
Are you kidding? They love me. To know me is to love me.
Okay, well, let's see, Tom. Hey, fellas, how do you feel about my brother working with you in the group?
Hey, guys, cool. It's okay. I'll drop out. I can take a hint. I'll hang up my hair. Ladies and gentlemen, here performing their hit record, Pipe Dream, are the Blues Magoos. Now, they're going to play for you their far-out brand of psychedelic music. So hold on to your chairs. Do not adjust your sets, for you're about to take a trip.
It's been a happy day. Try not to spoil it now. Please don't get hung up that way. Well, he's not the boy for you, and I think you know it's true. Kiss him and don't start to cry. Now you're having a pipe dream, an ordinary foot dream. life is always me. That's the way it's gonna be. The cemetery is right. Hey, you won't have to dream tonight. Tomorrow might be clear and bright. I think the lights going out. Hey, yo, all the dream and all the dream. Flashing, flashing, right before you ride. You have a sweet dream, a lifelong sweet dream. I'm the one that loves you, can't you see it's me? My dream, my dream. Come back to reality. Hey! Come back to reality.
This week, of course, was the Academy Awards show. In watching the show and seeing the various winners make their acceptance speeches, you'd never guess that they actually spent hours at home getting ready for this moment. Let's look in on one of these nominees, played by my brother Tom, and his wife, played by Elaine May.
Ladies and gentlemen, and members of the Academy, what can I say? For an actor who has just made his first picture, and to receive, as I have, the Academy Award, well, it's overwhelming, completely overwhelming. I would like to thank all the people involved that helped me.
How do I look?
Look fine. I would like to thank the Academy. No. I would like to thank all the members of the Academy.
Should I wear eyeshadow, or should I just leave my eyelids white and then outline them in pencil?
They'll be fine. I'd like to thank the pencil.
That's not what I asked you.
You look fine. I'd like to also thank the producers, Samuel Gorman.
I didn't ask you if I looked fine.
Honey, do you mind letting me rehearse my acceptance speech? You know, if I do win, I don't want to make an ass of myself and look stupid, okay?
What makes you think you'll sound any smarter if you rehearse?
That was a very cruel thing to say, Helen.
I'm sorry.
Well, it was cruel.
I'm sorry.
I'd also like to thank
it's a big
the
night
wonderful
for me,
people.
too.
7.
I don't want to go on television looking like a frump.
I'm humble.
I've never been on before. I'm going to be competing with some of the most glamorous women in the world, and when I ask you a question about my eyelids, which can make or break a face, you
I'd like to thank my leading lady, the entire cast and crew. Of course, we couldn't do it without the crew.
You're not listening.
What?
You're not listening.
I am. You're talking about your eyelids. Honey, am I crazy, or do I look shorter to you?
I'm not going tonight.
That's funny. I look shorter than I did this morning. You know, I'm a tall man, but I look shorter.
Did you hear me? I said I'm not going tonight.
That'll look good with eyelids. I would also like to thank the United States Navy for its cooperation in letting us use their ocean. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the CIA for financing this film. Thank you very much, CIA.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
But perhaps most of all, I would like to thank the author of this movie, whose touching story about a young sailor who discovers his mother just married his uncle just exactly 6 months after his father's death. Well, it was this vehicle which gave me and earned me this award. I am humble, yet proud. And say that there's a lot of people who are important who've made this thing.
Seymour.
Honey, please don't call me Seymour. You know I've got a new name, so use it, won't you please?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Irving.
What? No, thank you, I'm not thirsty. That Hollywood had the courage and the strength and the unusual sensitive story and the talent to make it well. Oh, the courage and the talent to make it well. the talent and the courage to make it better. There are many people that I think are responsible for making this possible. There are many possible people who made this responsible, I should say. That's a good line. I'll write that down.
Irving.
Yes, dear.
Irving, guess what?
What?
I'm going to have a baby.
Good. That'll look stunning. It is to that talent and that courage that I am indebted to tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, no more. No more. Thank you very, very much.
Well, I guess I'll just go put on your hat and coat and get ready.
Good. We don't want to be late.
Good.
What more can I say? I said thank you, and I really had so many things in my heart that I wanted to share with you for this momentous occasion, except, well, excuse me, but thank you very, very much. You've been marvelous. Thank you, Hollywood.
Irving. Irving.
Yes.
I'm ready. How do I look?
You look taller. That's funny. I know I'm a tall man, but you look taller than...
What's going to happen to you if you win?
Don't worry, honey. I won't go Hollywood.
What opens up your eyes, Butterfinger? The surprise is what's inside.
Rich chocolatey flavor and peanut butter.
Peanuts?
Not peanuts.
Peanut butter.
Crunchy peanut butter. The candy bar with the peanut butter surprise.
Butterfinger.
From Curtis.
Stick margarine tastes better. Soft margarine spreads easier.
Hold it. Here's a margarine for both. Bluebonnet Regular and new Soft Bluebonnet.
Mine spreads easier. I can't taste any difference.
Yes, the big difference is spreadability. Soft Bluebonnet is so soft it spreads on anything. Soft or stick, both with a famous flavor that makes Bluebonnet America's leading margarine.
Everything's better with Bluebonnet on it.
For tonight, for those of you who missed it, we would like to show you our version of a few scenes from the great pictures, the big pictures of 1966. The first one we'd like to show you is Alfie. This is the dramatic story of a heartless young cad from London who was loved by many, many women, but could not love them in return. And here's a highlight scene showing Alfie getting rid of a woman he no longer cared for. Works every time. Next is the Sand Pebbles. The Sand Pebbles is about a young machinist mate aboard a U.S. gunboat in China and his constant conflict with a spineless lieutenant. Now this is the dramatic scene when the young machinist mate tells off the cowardly officer. The next honored picture, The Russians Are Coming, The Russians Are Coming. It's a very funny comedy about a Russian submarine which ran aground near a New England town. In the tenth scene near the end of the picture, the Russian submarine is threatening the town with their cannon. It's going to shoot the townspeople. But the local police chief faces the Russians firm and unafraid. Well, that's the way to do it. That's how it goes. The fourth nominated picture is A Man for All Seasons. It depicts the life of Sir Thomas More, the brilliant Lord Chancellor of Great Britain. And who'll ever forget the memorable moment when we first see the arrival of Henry VIII, England's most unconventional king. They hang around Hollywood all the time. The final nominated film was Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? A powerful and moving drama about a husband and wife and two angry and tortured, bitter people who are constantly arguing with each other.
And I personally will never forget the scene when they drove home from a roadhouse and had their most explosive argument.
We also have some pictures of what happened at the awards after the show went off the air Monday night.
Of course, there are 5 nominees in each acting category, so there must be 4 losers. But in the tradition of show business, they're very good sports about losing. And these pictures show how 3 of those losers spent the evening after the awards.
But all in all, it was a very exciting evening, and there was a real fun party thrown afterwards where everybody let their hair down. And here's the highlights of that evening.
Well, so much for the Academy Awards. You know, on our 3rd show, we presented to American television Miss Esther Ofarim, and we were happy to find you liked her as much as we did. So here she is back again. Ladies and gentlemen, Esther Ofarim.
This is the end of romance.
Good job. You're really too much.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to sing a song that's called the Three Song. It's a little different than most songs in that it is actually 3 songs in one. And Esther will start off by singing the first one.
And then I'll just bounce in with a lot of enthusiasm and sing the second song.
And Tom and I will sing 2 other songs together and make the third song.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. It's sort of like a classical fugue.
That's right. See, what Dickie means is that Dick and Esther will sing 2 songs and then put their 2 songs together to make a third song. And then Esther and I will sing 2 songs together, and then Dick will join us to make the third song.
Yeah.
And then that way it's...
So far, you're up to 9 songs.
Yeah, well, see, that's it. It's supposed to be 9 songs. See, 3 songs apiece.
Oh.
So you sing 3 songs, I sing 3 songs.
Yeah, I'm really stupid. I should have figured that
Yeah, I
out.
know.
You divide by 3.
I'm supposed to be...
Never mind,
root of
kids.
7.
All right, let's do the song, all right?
Little
soft and warm, light of dawn, shining fair in your voice as you sing. The songs will always be there.
Little wind,
in your hair,
sing a song
soft and warm,
of the sun,
light of dawn,
in the sky,
shining fair,
and I know,
in your voice,
like the wind,
as you sing, the songs will always be there. Little wines are the kiss of the fruit from the earth, and I know there I taste surely the sweetest of all.
in your lips, sweet as dew, on the vines in the fall. The first kiss from your lips is surely the sweetest of all.
Little wines
In your lips,
are the kiss
sweet as dew,
of the fruit
on the vines
from the earth,
in the fall.
and I know
The first kiss
there I taste is surely the sweetest of all.
Little
In
stars
your eyes,
twinkle bright
like the sky
in the still
of the night,
sky above.
it is true
And I know
that I love
only you,
and I wish it so to be true. When all the words will sing, you sing most anything. La 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 la, songs will always be there.
We'll be right back with Elaine May, Esther Ofarim, and the Blues Magoos on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
You know, the greatest dimension of freedom is knowledge. And the choice you never can make is the choice you've never heard of. Think about that.
Impossible.
Can't be done. Okay, watch. Without tasting it, I'll pick the filter cigarette that tastes best. There, the long one. Filter tip Pall Mall.
Same Pall Mall tobacco?
Identical. Pall Mall's famous length and a filter tip.
Tastes great.
Discover the luxury length cigarette. Filter-tipped Pall Mall, packaged in gold. Outstanding.
And they are mild.
You know, a couple weeks ago, we had a spot on our program, I don't know if you saw it or not, where we stood out here and the audience asked us questions. And we got a lot of letters on it, and the people...
Mostly adverse to having people answer questions.
Right, and we know where the letters are from, so you're being watched, whoever wrote them. But it went over pretty well, and so if there's any questions you would like to know about Tommy and myself...
We'll just swing them right off. There's a stand-up, sir. Another question?
I saw the Smothers Brothers' mother last week.
Yes.
Is there any sisters at home?
There we have...
you want to repeat the question?
He saw the Smothers Brothers' mother on the TV. Yeah. He wanted to know if she was the mother of any sisters that would be...
That's right. We have two sisters. Our older sister, Sherry, so that's Tom, Dick, and Sherry. We almost got a Harry out of it, but not quite. And then we have a 12-year-old named Michelle.
It is true. My mother liked my brother best, and she never liked me. She always liked you best.
All right, now that's just enough.
How come
next
people
question.
even bring it up?
Next question.
Mom liked you best! Never liked me.
All right. I was an only child. The question with the little boy in the plaid? Have we recorded any songs separately?
Yes, I recorded a song by myself.
You never told me that.
Well, it happens that I can sing well too. I recorded a song called the Old Hound Dog Blues.
That's right.
It's a hot jazz number that I worked out because of my jazz background. I started as a jazz group myself.
Now, wait a minute. You couldn't.
That's why I started.
My brother, you didn't start as a jazz group because we all know it's impossible to be a group, Tom.
No, I started off as a group. I had so much jazz in my soul that I started off by myself.
It was a whole group.
It was a whole group by myself. People say, boy, you sure got a lot of jazz. And I'd say, well, I certainly do. I've recorded an album. My brother has recorded a song by himself also, but we're brothers, and we try to work together as much as possible.
That's right.
Or as little as possible. We don't like.
We don't like each other.
Lady way in the back there.
Stand up.
Is your son 13 years old today? You don't look like you're old enough to have a son, 13 years old. 22, 23, but 13? This section here has been notably quiet. Is there any reason for that?
It's an oil painting. That's right. Any questions over there?
Way in the back, the man standing up. What'd you say?
Does it pay to act ignorant?
Very well. Yes, right here.
What came first, Tom or Dick?
Which came first?
My brother's the older of the two. He's.
A lot of people don't think that I'm older.
Do you want to tell?
No,
but he's just older.
I am older. I'm 10 or 12 years older at least. The favorite instrument? I would say French horn. I don't play French horn, but I like French horn very much.
Next question.
I have a French horn, but... Yes, stand up.
We were born in New York City.
Both of us were born in New York City, but we're Californians. How old are both of us? Together we are... I am 29 and my brother is 28. 28 and 29. They're darn near twins, and it was tough on my mother. How come we're so young and drive an old Packard? Have you seen that Packard? For those of you who didn't know, my brother and I, we have a 1940 Packard. We can say Packard on the air now because they're no longer making them. We can't say Crayolas, but we can say Packard. We enjoy the old cars. We think they're wonderful. They made cars very nice, and it was before the war started. Second World War, 1940 was the last time they made a car, and we enjoyed that car.
He's really copping out. The reason is cheap. He had $400 and wanted a lot of class, so he got the Packard.
That girl in the red way in the back there with the silly hat on.
The one that was here last time.
Yeah.
Which three of your albums are golden, and how come you don't want to admit that you're 30?
Okay, next question. No other questions? A lady in front.
How long have you been in show business?
How long have we been in show business?
We started in 1959 at the Purple Onion in San Francisco, and that makes it somewhere around 9 years. Hey, are there any requests? I know a lot of people have heard our album. Any requests for songs that you'd like to sing? Just holler them out.
Holler them out. What? Stella's got a new dress.
Mediocre Fred, I heard.
What about
Church
bells. Any others?
Just holler them out if you have any requests, because this... Yes? Westminster Cathedral.
Westminster Cathedral.
Last
Great Waltz. Pretoria.
I want to thank you for your request, but we already have our show planned.
And now, once again, the lovely voice of Esther Ofarim.
Sometimes I feel like I'm on I feel like a marvelous shore. Sometimes I feel like a marvelous child. A long, long way from home. A long, long way from home. And sometimes I feel like I'm almost down. Sometimes I feel like I'm almost down. Sometimes I feel like I'm almost down. A long, long way from home. A long, long way from home. True believer, true believer, and a long way from home. A long, long way from
Mary, did you put that bra through the washing machine?
Sure I did. It's a Playtex Living Stretch Bra, made to be machine washed.
Must be comfortable, but doesn't the elastic stretch out?
Not Playtex elastic. It's made without rubber. I've machine washed this Playtex bra at least 50 times in detergent, bleach, still stretches like new. Look at the stretch in this strap.
Adjustable, too.
Go on, stretch it. You'd never guess it's been washed so many times.
Side stretch this way, every way.
You'll love the fit.
But I have midriff bulge. I really need a long line.
With some dresses, so do I. Then I wear the Playtex long line stretch bra. Same lasting stretch. Straps, sides.
And it's light, cool.
Really takes care of midriff bulge comfortably.
That's for me.
For lasting stretch that won't wash out, new Playtex Living Stretch Bra.
coax the blues right out of the horn. May, you charm the husk right off of the corn. May, you got those banjos strumming and plunking out a tune to beat the band. The whole plantation's humming since you brought Dixie back to Dixieland. You make the cotton easy to pick. May, you give my old mid-julep a kick. May, you make that old magnolia tree blossom at the mention of your name. You made us feel alive again. You've given us the drive again to make the South revive again, May. Brought the cakewalk back into style. May, you make a weeping willow tree smile. May, your skin is Dixie satin. There's rebel in your manner and your speech. You may be from Manhattan, but Georgia never had a sweeter peach. You make our black-eyed peas in our grits. May seem like the bill of fare at the Ritz. May, you came, you saw, you conquered, and absolutely nothing is the same. Your special fascinational proved to be inspirational. We think you're just sensational, 'cause you're so inspirational. We think you're just sensational.
Well, very nice.
You like it?
Cute, really cute, really cute.
You really liked it?
Cute number,
Great.
cute dancers, cute orchestra, cute audience. Song didn't mean anything, but it's cute.
Okay, what's bothering you?
Nothing at all is bothering me.
Well, there's something wrong. Was there something wrong with the way I performed?
Oh, were you in that number?
Of course I was in that number. That number was set up for me. All the sets and the lights, everything just for me, just for my number.
Well, I guess they weren't going to take any chances with little Twinkle Toes Dickie Smothers, were they?
Now, what kind of remark is that?
Well, it's an honest remark. I mean, see, it's an old show business trick. If the star, it's called protecting the star. If the star can't dance, they have a bunch of dancers around him. The star can't sing, they have a bunch of singers around him, and, well, that was a big number.
Yeah, that's right. That was a big number. It was all my number. I had 27 pieces in the orchestra, 16 singers and dancers just for me.
Well, I rest my case. Walter Cronkite could have been great in that number. Walter.
You gotta be kidding.
No.
Walter Cronkite doing a song and dance number?
Well, maybe he wouldn't be great, but he'd be cute.
Well, in that case, I guess you'd just be fantastic in that number. My brother thinks you'd be great,
I'd be as good as you and Walter. I mean, there's nothing to it. All you do is just walk out there, and dancers push you around, and singers push you around. It's, a cinch.
It's simple, huh?
Yeah.
If it's so simple, you do it.
Well, you've just done the
Now,
number.
come on, Tommy, you're spouting off.
Well, there's
You're trying to make a fool out of me and Walter Cronkite. You're embarrassing me.
No, it's no.
Go ahead, you do it.
No, see,
Mr. Big Mouth, you said you wanted to do it.
No,
You got all the talent. Here's the hat. All right, everybody, take your places. Hit it, Nelson.
It's not
Good
important.
Luck,
It's numbers.
You brought the cakewalk back into style.
May.
You make the weeping willow tree smile.
May.
Your skin is Dixie satin, there's rebel in your manner and your speech. You may be from Manhattan, but Georgia never had a sweeter peach. You make our black-eyed peas and our grits
May.
seem like the bill of fare at the Ritz. You came, you saw, you conquered, and absolutely nothing is the same. Your special fascinational proved to be inspirational. We think you're just sensational, 'cause you're so inspirational. We think you're just sensational.
Don't go away, we'll be right back, maybe.
There she goes, she's a Seago girl with a livelier, happier, younger point of view. You can tell she's a Seago girl. It's that beautiful feeling of feeling so slender and new.
Seago diet food works. It helps keep you slender. With extra big servings to keep you satisfied, many, many tasty flavors to keep you interested, and protein. The protein you need in a diet plan to keep you going to the next meal. Seago is the good tasting one that helps keep you slender, and it works.
Why don't you be a Seago girl and enjoy the joy of a new slender Seago you?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for tonight, and we want to thank you for being with us. We also want to thank our guests for tonight, Elaine May, the Blues Magoos, and Esther Ofarim and Abraham. Yeah. And next week, our guests will be a very wonderful group. I'm sure you're going to be excited. Simon and Garfunkel.
Right. And Margaret and O'Brien and John and Gary.
Wait a minute, Tommy, that is not right. It's Margaret O'Brien and John Gary. It's not Margaret and O'Brien and John and Gary.
Yeah, but you said Simon and Garfunkel. You didn't say just plain Simon Garfunkel.
That's different. Simon and Garfunkel are two different people.
So are Margaret and John.
No, Tommy, you don't understand. They're a team.
Margaret, O'Brien, and Gary are a team? Well, that's a weird team.
All right, Tommy, that's just enough. Now, I want you to give a list of everybody who's going to be on the show, but no ands.
What do you mean, no ands?
No, just no ands. Do it with no ands.
Okay. Look, Ma, no ands. Okay, next week on our show, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have Simon, Garfunkel, Margaret, O'Brien, John, Gary, Jimmy Joyce as singers, Nelson Riddle and his orchestra.
Ah! I got and his orchestra. Start from the top.
Next week on our show, ladies, gentlemen, we'll have Simon Garfunkel, Margaret O'Brien, John Gary, Jimmy Joyce as singers, Nelson Riddle as orchestra, myself, Tom Dick Smothers.
Very good. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
comedy sketches this evening were written by Elaine May. The Blues Magoos were pre-recorded. This is Roger Carroll speaking.
What gives Tarryton the taste worth fighting for? Worth fighting for. The bright, inviting taste worth fighting for. Worth fighting for. Tarryton's got a charcoal tip and it's got a white one too. Together they improve that great tobacco taste for you.
Us Tarryton smokers would rather fight
Then switch.
Join the unswitchable smoke Tarryton.
The Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour was brought to you by the American Tobacco Company, makers of Tarryton, the charcoal tip cigarette with a taste worth fighting for.